Namaste, Jai Bharat. I always thought or do think still that a person should have received military training at a young age. I still personally do believe that one should be given military training at a young age. That's because it makes a lot of difference to an individual. Those who are trained, they understand the difference, and those who are untrained won't understand the difference. But it's never in the wildest of my thought that a army person should go into governance, should start governing the matters of the state. These two things are two different things. Being a soldier, I thought in a very subjective, individual perspective that makes a person proper, appropriate in all sense of the term. That's why. And of course, a lover of the nation. But governance and governing a state, etc., is entirely different. It should never be the case that an army trained person, a full army senior person, should come at the helm of things to run the matter of the state. Precisely, this is what happens in Pakistan. This man, Asim Munir, who is the chief of army staff in Pakistan. See, look at the Pakistani generals. They have this dirty history of unattending to the soldiers in the past and even now. Whatever happens to the lives of the soldiers, they don't care. They just bother. No, senior officers would like to live in unimaginable luxury and then amass a lot of wealth in whatever means they are, and then after retirement they all go to some foreign lands and settle there, and they think they live comfortably, but I don't think they will live comfortably in such situations after doing such nasty thing in their younger days. Now this person has first of all spoken trash, speaking in terms of two nation theory. He just spoke trash, and then he repeated the same mistake which the former army man who later became dictator in Pakistan, Pervez or Pervert, that's up to you too, Pervez Musharraf did. He sent army to Kargil. Now that's a deception again, because the Kargil area in during winters both people should vacate, and they knew that our Sena, our soldiers will come down from the hills, and using that time they climbed up and they captured, and there was such big drama until they were punished so badly. And even Musharraf himself had come and stayed overnight there. It appears, as he said once, I suppose, this is the kind of deception they do. So he did the same mistake and then received the result of what he had started. This man, this Asif Munir, spoke so loud, like a typical Lahori Punjabi. Speaking loud meaning nothing. I don't know what he really wanted. He really wanted to become the authority of Pakistan. Actually, he is, because Pakistan's state is in shambles as far as administration is concerned. They have a prime minister, but who is a puppet. They have a defense minister and other ministers, and they have no say. They are expected to repeat or follow the wishes and interests of the army. It's very interesting to see the Pakistani ministers all dressed up in the British pattern with necktie, and in the scorching heat of Pakistan right now. And this defense minister was speaking trash again that day. I saw another video. He just completely denies, and he goes to the extent of atrociously speaking that Bharat had staged the Pahalgam disaster. Just forget about such things. They always had been in the denial. They do, and then they don't have the courage to own it up. They don't have. They just cover their face. The terrorists also have this habit of covering their face and holding a rifle. They don't want to reveal themselves. They know they don't have the courage. They are so cowards. They keep women and children in front and fire, and all these things are there associated with the terrorists. Now, this Asim Munir, who is the chief, reportedly heard news that he had held discussions with the Hamas, not just once, maybe repeatedly, And the Hamas was brought into the Pakistan occupied Kashmir to inspect. They wanted to start the Hamas units in Kashmir. And typically, the Pahalgam attack is a repetition of what Hamas did in Israel. Repetition. And the person who is completely responsible is this Munir, chief person. Now, and then he knows that there will be retaliations, Bharat would attack. But this army idiot, I'm a soldier myself, so not in that sense, this person, his diplomatic sense, he didn't understand or he never thought how Bharat would react to retaliate. He thought tit for tat, that Bharat will attack by Army, Air Force, Navy, whatever. Navy, of course, they have never faced an attack of Bharatiya Navy, Bharatiya Navsena. When they face it, they will know the music. This I'm just telling. There's something in it. So, they thought we will have a military operation on Pakistan, and if military operation happens, he loses nothing. He loses absolutely nothing. Rather, he gains importance. These Pakistanis never bother about the lives of the soldiers. The way their senior officers live and the way their soldiers live, there's no comparison. There's no comparison. I don't know how the soldiers continue in the Pakistan army, but they don't care. They don't care about the lives of the soldiers. You see, it has been proven in history that whenever the Pakistani army infiltrates Bharat along with terrorists and get killed by our security forces, they never come back and pick up their dead bodies. They abandon them. They hardly pick up the dead bodies. They hardly come back for the dead bodies. They just leave them and go away. And then say that we don't know them. That's a beautiful thing. Pakistan can deny anything. We don't know. That defense minister person was making an interview and he says, the interviewer, I think she spoke with British accent. She was telling that the Lashkar-e-Taiba and their proxy outfit is behind the Pahalgam attack. And that man said, Lashkar-e-Taiba, what's there? What is that? I don't know, because such a thing don't exist. They used to exist, but now these days they're nothing. And look at such kind of blatant denial and lies. And it's unfortunate when Pakistan lies, and when Pakistan lies, everyone understands that they're speaking a lie. What's the point in making a lie and telling a lie when everyone knows that what you're speaking is a lie? This is a miserable situation of self-deception. You are telling a lie, and if speaking lie has any purpose, it should be possible for the listener to believe that you are not telling the lie. But when Pakistan lies, tells lies and lies and lies and repeat lies, the whole world knows that they are telling lies. And what's the point of telling such lies? They are actually laughed at. They are laughed at, and now people know this is how they are going to speak. People know that this is how the people are going. Pakistan is going to speak. So what's the point in psychologically telling a lie? Telling a lie is something with the intention of deceiving the person who is hearing and deceiving him to believe that this person is speaking the truth. But that never happens with Pakistan. He himself knows he is telling lies, and everyone hears it knows he is speaking lie, and no one believes that he is not speaking a lie. And what's the point? This is what happens with Pakistan. They keep telling lie. Anyway, Asim Munir has spoken to Hamas several times and recreated a Hamas kind of thing in a miniature form in Pahalgam, and the whole thing is designed by him, and he never anticipated how actually Bharat is going to react, because the mind of a Prime Minister is something which is beyond his understanding and imagination, the wildest of imagination. He doesn't know how we are going to react. He doesn't understand that. He has got that one kind of training only. He thinks like a bully. Now he fires at us, he does this at us, he would expect that we attack them. But there are many ways of suffocating an enemy to die. That's typically what sensible people will do. We are the land of Bhagavan Sri Krishna, who won the war, who won the battle. won the battle, settled everything, and came back to Dwaraka to rule. That's why we in Gujarat call him as Ranchod. Settled everything and made kings and left there Mathura and came back to Dwarka. So he can't anticipate how we will think, how Bharat will think. The thing is that the steps that Bharat has taken immediately and at once is something which they could never imagine. Now they are crying. Now they are coming, crying. This I've seen this Dr. Qamar Shema, typically Pakistani, but tries to speak sense within his limits of frame, because he can't speak beyond a point. I don't think that they will let him live if he speaks truth. But then he tries to keep a balance. He actually is very vexed and say, why do you stop water? Yeah, what else you expect of us? This is real water bomb. You say you have atom bomb. I don't know if you have atom bomb, whether it is expiry date is over or not. I used to mention that its expiry date must have been long got over. And do you have the weapon carrying capability, etc. All those details you just say, we can't believe. We don't think they're really capable of making an atom bomb presentable. Speaking of atom, yeah, we put an atom bomb already. That's in the water form. This they never anticipated. Now they're crying. And another thing, cancel all the visas. There are narrations that those who came in medical visa, why do you want to come to Bharat for medical visa if you call us kafirs and haters? Your state apparatus in Pakistan teaches hatred of Hindus, right at madrasa level. Call them as kafirs. Then why the hell do you come to kafirs begging for medical help or all these kind of things? Because that's one of the best in the world and that's cheap. You can afford. So that you want to take advantage of. You want to take the kafirs' water and you try to think that you have a right over it. Bhul jao. There's no question of having right. And then the second narrative ahead is that we have been very brutal to them by abruptly cancelling the visas of the medical visas. Yes. Then they will create the tearful stories of child coming for heart disease and who are to they go to the extent of lying that from the operation table a person is asked to quit Bharat, leave Bharat. They would all say this. And they will say this kind of brutality. They use their own word of behemi. We have nothing to do with behavior. Don't expect us to be merciful towards merciless people. Don't expect us. I told you the battle strategy of Bhagavan Sri Krishna is absolutely merciless. Don't expect the Hindus to be merciful to merciless people or merciful to those who don't deserve any kind of mercy. We know who deserves what. We know who deserves what. This kind of deceiving lot, this kind of people who continuously wanted to create disturbance among us, create all kinds of. They had been trying continuously to create all kinds of rifts among us, though absolutely unsuccessfully. So it boils down to the one point which I was trying to say right from the beginning. It is the army chief who is responsible for all those things. And the elected people, not elected really, again, the army has conducted elections in the way they wanted. These people who were the civil authority are fools. They are only supposed to say yes to this army man because they all want to love their seats and wanted to dress like the Britishers in the scorching heat of Pakistan with necktie, very expensive ties they were wearing. I was seeing it, and suited and all. No, my God. These people think they are still so colonized mind over. Can't even speak English, most of them. That's a different story. They still have the colonial hangover of dressing. They suppose to have their own dress, I don't know. They supposed to have. They may be wearing it. But then, why all these ministers, whenever they come on TV, I find those suits and boots and all. It's very interesting. I personally wear suits. That's on a different occasion. different case, but not like this in scorching heat. Anyway, so this we will keep telling like this. This army man, the army is responsible. Army means not poor soldiers, not innocent soldiers. They're helpless people. The army senior officers are responsible for whatever happens to Pakistan now. And if the Baluchis are smart, they will use this occasion to get themselves freed of this leprosy, Pakistan. Let's see what happens next. So we shall meet again. Till we meet again. Namaste. Jai Bharat and Jai Sri Ram.